Gold is holding. We'll take a look at that, and we'll take a look at silver and platinum too. Plus, we do live chart requests today. You tell me a ticker to look at, and I will take my very first analysis, very first look. I may have never heard of it or seen of it before. That's going to be fun, all in today's show. Look, if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below. As I always say, it's the easiest thing to do, but if you're watching live, well, you have no choice. But, of course, you get to enjoy everything we do here at Good Morning Stackers, your week daily live show all about bullion, economic news, blah, blah, blah. Join the GMS family. Hit the big red subscribe button. My name is Joe Main. In the first 1 minute of the show, we do the synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage and you slurp it audibly. That is the rule here at GMS. We're going to do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Fantastic to see you all on Friday. It is the last day of the week. We'll take a look, of course, at what has gold has done. It's remaining over a support level, so we'll take a look at that. Again, silver, platinum, get your live requests in, get your requests in for any ticker, anything that I can look at on the tradingview.com website. If it's look upable, I will look it up and I'll do a live analysis for you. We'll try and keep this show to an hour maximum, hopefully a little bit less than that. Okay, we are, of course, live on YouTube, just YouTube today. Facebook and Twitter don't like me for some reason. Speaking of Hazza, I'll get to that in just a second. But who am I? Who the hell am I? If you're watching this show for the first time, who am I? I am Joe Main. I have served probably many of you in a variety of bullion stores in Australia. I could have served you in Goldstackers. I could have served you at Bullion Now. I wouldn't have served you at Ainslie Bullion because I was only doing pure social media there. But of course, if you know me from Bullion Now, you know me that I would have served you in the store. But then also I created, launched, made all the content for, disseminated, optimized, and marketed the Bullion Now YouTube channel, which now has over 25,000 subscribers. It had about 20,000 by the time I left. I left it, and I left it to the wonderful people who are still doing it right now. So that's where you know me from. You probably know my voice as well. If you've listened to any Ainslie Bullion videos going back towards the start of this year and a year or two before then, you know my voice very well, or on Bullion Now as well. So that's where you know me. And now I do this live show and I help you launch and grow on YouTube yourself for a business that you have or a business that you work for, or if you've got a mate's business, it doesn't matter. I know you know that people can benefit from starting and growing, launching a YouTube channel or other social media too. I work with Instagram, I work with Facebook, all that stuff. You've seen the communities that I've been able to build with the consistently engaging content which I've always created. I teach you the same skills. I actually impart my wisdom. I have an 8 to 10 week roughly course where I teach you how to create consistently engaging content. It's much easier than you think. You don't have to be one of those people that's like me, that's like, hey everyone. I deal with all kinds of clients. Some clients are like, I don't know about this. By the end of the 8 to 10 week course, they're like, this is so easy. Why didn't I do this before? So trust me, let's have a phone call at least, or a Zoom call. Contact me through various ways. You can contact me through here, whatever. We'll see if it works for you, and I know it can. Anyway, speaking of what we're going to do, of course, we do the shout-outs. That's why I tell the newbies, use the time codes if you're getting annoyed. Where's my gold, silver analysis? Use the time codes. We do the shout-outs, and speaking of coffee, a lot of people are talking about coffee. I'm going to speak about that in just a second, but of course, Shout-out City. It's Shout-out City. CT from the Lone Star State in Texas. One of our first international subscribers, I believe. CT, great to see you. Lance is back. Happy Friday, everyone. Yeah, happy Friday. Friday says Hazza. Hazza also says GMS. Minister 998. I almost skipped over you, and it wouldn't be a show if I skipped over you. Obviously, Ash's Gold Adventures, good to see you. Yes, please, everyone, hit the like button right now. It helps with the algorithm. All that jazz. Knackers, GMS to all. Debt is great. Is it? It actually can be sometimes. Debt is great. GMS Friday. Hazza says coffee. Paul Johnson. Oh my goodness. Paul Johnson, 1974. I have not seen you on the show before, so welcome. If you're a new watcher, please hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. 525 of us right now. So, Paul, great to see you. Out of interest, post a comment below, Paul. Did you find me from the Silver DJing Club, Wall Street Silver things on Reddit? Did you find me from the Gold Silver Stackers Australia forum? Or did you find me recently from the Savvy Investor forum, the private group there? Let me know. I'd like to know. And Paul and anyone else, if you have any tickers, any stocks, any commodities, anything you want me to look at fresh today with fresh eyes, I've never seen them before, probably, then let me know, because I did it yesterday for a couple of tickers, and gee, that was really fun. I love doing the first look stuff. So I think I'm going to be making this a regular weekly segment, and I might do it on a Friday. It could be the, Friday live requests, or I don't know, something like that. Let's figure out, but I'll speak about coffee in just a second. GMS Pioneer Credit. All right. We'll have a look at that. That'll be the first one. Beautiful day in Melbourne today. It really is a beautiful day in Melbourne. It's unusual for the winter. Hazza said, I always caught you leaving at Ainslie. Yes, as in if you came in, I was leaving for the day. Yes, and I never served customers. I was purely social media. With Bullion Now, I started off as customer service and the social media from day one. That first employee, day one. And then I stopped serving customers because I was getting so busy with the YouTube stuff that I just had to, I was like a backup every now and then. They'd call me into the store and say, hey, can you serve some overflow customers, which I was happy to do because I love serving customers. But yeah, don't do that anymore. The Don says, GMS, Friday is my favorite day, beers and bullion. Ooh, maybe, nah, too early in the morning. GMS, good to see you again, Vanessa. Fantastic, great. Desi, gold, gold to the moon, bro. Oh, wow, this is awesome. I found your channel browsing on YouTube. This is exactly what I want. I have watched some of your content recently, but this is my first live. Well, everyone, give a big GMS welcome to Paul Johnson. And the fact that you found me because the YouTube algorithm was, showing my stuff, that means we're the winning team over here. So that's great. Awesome. And Salim Noorani is also here. GMS, first time watcher as far as I can see. So welcome to Salim as well. Everyone give big props and big, a good GMS family. Welcome to all the newbies watching right now. There's at least two newbies that I'm aware of. That's fantastic. Minister 988, depends which GSSA FB group. There's a copycat. Yeah. Don't listen to the copycats. Welcome, Paul, says the Don. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Okay, people. I will get to your live chart requests after I do the usual gold, silver, platinum, quick analysis, because we have to talk about what we have to talk about. Okay, and I saw that first one. Oh, by the way, buy me the coffee thing. Okay, very quickly. Why was I talking about coffee? I'll just share the screen. Give me a moment. This is gold, but give me a moment. I did want to show you this new thing. If you want to, you are more than welcome. And this is if you're enjoying the free content and you're finding value from it, there's a couple of ways that you can support me. You can support me by either this new thing. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. I'll put a link to it right here. It's buymeacoffee.com/Good Morning Stackers. It's pretty simple. You can just nominate to buy me a coffee and you can support. One coffee is $5. Buy me a few coffees, whatever. And you can put your name there or your social. You can be anonymous if you want to. So that's if you're finding this content very, very valuable, and I only want you to do it and you don't have to. Just watch this stuff completely free. I am bloody okay with that. If you find value in it and you want to help support the show, then you can do it one of two ways. Buy me a coffee here. I'll show you the link, and there's a second way that you can support me, which I'll talk about in just a second. There's actually a bunch of different ways you can support me. But you can also support me by right here, buymeacoffee.com/Good Morning Stackers. Choose your amount and support the show. If you've found value over time, if you find value later on, I do not beg for all this sort of stuff. If you want to, you want to. And if you don't, no skin off my nose, then don't, because everyone's in different situations. So that's one way that you can do it. Also, the other way you can do it is via the new subscription service, which I will be launching soon. That's either going to be on locals.com or it might be through Buy Me a Coffee. I'll have to check out their system. Do they allow membership tiers and things? But I'm going to offer a tiered membership. The first tier membership is just for extra content, private content, and the private community that I'll be doing. This will always stay free. Always. This community will always be the same. We'll jump on the lives and have a great time every single weekday. That's not going away. I'm going to offer extra content, not so much to do with Bullion. It'll be extra stuff like, more chart requests, talking about health and wellness, talking about prepping and that kind of stuff, talking about probably a bit more political on that side of things. I don't want to get too political here because it's just the big rah, gold and silver stackers, type of thing. I also am a sports shooter, as you know, pew. So I'll be talking a lot about that as well, sharing my videos from when I film all my stuff doing that. I'll teach you how to do it as well. I'll give you some tips and tricks. So there's a bunch of free content. That's the first tier. That'll be the first tier for everyone, Australian international subscribers. The second tier would be best for Australian subscribers because that will include discounts from my brand partner, who happens to be Perth Bullion Exchange. How did I do that? Give me a second. 1 ounce. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. Give me a second. Got to get out of my things here. Give me about 1 minute and you will be back to looking at the gold and silver stuff. So I just had to do this in the beginning. perthbullion.com.au, my brand partner. Of course, they are Australia's first dealer to offer free express shipping on buying any kind of quantity. So number one, you're getting a great deal because you get free shipping after buying certain amounts, but you will get this second membership tier. You will get a blanket discount off everything. So it's either going to be a percentage off the premium. As a member, you just get instant percentage off the premium, or it's going to be instantly $1 off per silver ounce or $10 off per gold ounce or whatever it comes to. We haven't quite worked that out yet, but that is coming. Those are the ways you're going to support me. You want to support me now? Buy me a coffee, people, right there. Okay, let's talk about gold is holding. Silver's actually lagging behind a little bit, but that's okay. We'll do the quick gold, silver, platinum live analysis, and then we'll take your ticker requests. Okay, so that was that, and this is here. Here we are with gold on the 4-hour time frame. Price in US dollars, 2,445. So very quickly to the new watches. Very quickly, because I don't want to bore my current previous subscribers. I recently moved my final hurdle from 2,400 US dollars right here. I moved it to 2,430 US dollars right here. This was before this rise. It was after this spike right here on the daily time frame. Right there. It spiked there. I didn't like that spike. I thought, resistance, broke it, failed move, came back up to test. That's a third area of resistance. So I moved it from 2,400 to 2,430. What is this line in the sand right here? It is my final hurdle for new all-time highs. Okay, so I said, and I was saying back here, and I'll just do the social proof just again for a second. When we were back here, I put in that 2,400 line. I said if we close any day above 2,400, we'll make a new all-time high very soon. We closed this day above 2,400 right there, and then we made a brand new fresh all-time high in gold. We consolidated down. I remained at 2,400, and I said if we break 2,400 and close on a daily again, a new all-time high is coming very quickly. We did that here in the 11th of July, closed above, bang, fresh, brand new all-time high for gold to 2,480 US dollars. It was a failed move to break this trend line, which I drew in around about here. Very clearly, it was obvious stuff. And then a move back down. When we were moving back down here, I said, watch out for 2,350 to act as major support. It's a big line in the sand you don't want to cross. We happen to find support at exactly 2,350 US dollars, give or take a buck. Okay, and I still had drawn in here. I still had drawn in 2,400. And then I came back to this spike. I went, I don't like that spike. I don't like it. So I'm raising my final hurdle right there. So what have we seen in the last couple of days? We saw a great move above. So this is really positive for gold so far. So gold is still holding, okay? We closed above 2,430. So I have to say, we're going to see a new all-time high in gold coming in weeks and not months while we are above 2,430. I also said, watch 2,430 as a possible level of support. You don't want to see it break below there. Breaking below 2,430 US dollars means we just go back into the normal range. It's like, okay, well, we don't know which way it's going to go yet, right? So this is no man's land. This is gold making a new all-time high very soon. This says, best buy zone probably coming, lower prices coming, right? But we have remained over the no man's land area right there. We're in the gold making new all-time highs zone right now. And this is my catchphrase now, I think. Gee, what do you know? We found support. After I said, watch out for support, we found support here at, where did it close as? What was the low? $2,430.35. Okay. Now, please, I'm trying not to be braggadocious and go, look at me, this is blah, blah. This is pretty easy stuff. It's for anyone who has, particularly on precious metals, because they move so slowly in comparison to something like crypto. I've been in crypto since 2013. I've then been able to see, I've seen so many charts and seen so many quick charts. As you know, crypto goes up and down. It's much more volatile. So you see these patterns play out a lot quicker. So it's like watching gold and silver in slow motion. I find looking at the gold and silver technical analysis is like doing technical analysis in slow motion. It's like I can see it coming from a bloody mile away. Okay? Am I perfect? No. God, no. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Do I say when I'm wrong? Oh, yeah, as I did the other day when we didn't hold this, this trend line, I think it was. We haven't held that. So we didn't hold it. We broke back down. It was something like that. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I've been right just recently, and I don't give you predictions. I give you percentage chances. So that's for all the new subscribers, right? Right here. So we are it's holding 2,430, and so we are technically in. Gold will make a new all-time high very soon. Again, weeks and maybe 6-7 weeks, something like that. I'm not talking 3 to 6 to 9 months. When we're in this area here, got no idea. Gold new all-time high might not come until, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. When we're below here, I'm saying, that's not looking good. We're going to head down to the best buy zone, or more likely to head to the best buy zone of 2,250 to 2,150. So new all-time highs not coming imminently. While we're above here, new all-time highs are coming imminently. We just need to hold above it. So I'd love to see this hold. What I'd really love to see, obviously, and this is all obvious stuff, right? No shit, Sherlock. What I would love to see is a breakup and a test of 2,470. That happens to be a key Fibonacci from a very old high and a very old low. But what I've been saying is I believe the next time we come back to test this uptrend line right here, it will be taken out. I'm giving you like a 80% chance that it will be taken out the next time. Is it happening this time? I don't know. But the next time it does, whether it's here or whether it's over here, that will very likely be the time we break through. So while we're above 2,430, if we come up to here, I'm very confident we would break through. If we break through, we're not going to stop at 2,500 US dollars. It doesn't make sense to me that you break this uptrend line right here and only go like this. Break, boop, and then down. It doesn't make sense to me. You might find a little psychological value maybe right there, so a tiny little area of resistance. It's much more likely if we break this, then it continues above 2,500 US dollars. That's why I'm saying, excuse me, 2,500 plus dollars is coming soon while we're above this final hurdle of 2,435. What negates that? Closing any day below 2,430 says, oh, that looks like it might be a little kind of relief rally. We had that big move down, and that's the fake out, and down we go. Okay, but we're above it, so it's looking great. So my call, in weeks, not months, brand new all-time high for gold coming soon. That will change when the prices change. Does that make sense? I don't give you predictions. I only give you percentage chances. That is gold. Let's take a look at silver. As I said, silver is lagging behind, and we'll look at the gold to silver ratio just quickly too. But silver on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, $28.48 US cents, 28.50. Dang! So it looks like it was a fake out. Unfortunately, we have been talking about this downtrend line. We're talking about 29 US dollars. I wanted to see it close above 29 US dollars. We closed exactly on 29 US dollars. So look, it was good to see us above, but you got to watch out for the fake out there. We didn't close significantly above. And yesterday we did the old fake out. We did the thing where it does it a lot, where it opens, and it opens for the day, and then it goes in a certain direction. It could be in the opposite direction too. A lot of the time, it's very easy to see. A lot of the time, the new big time frames open, like a daily time frame. It actually happens on the smaller time frames too. But we'll take the daily because this is a daily chart. It opens, it goes up, and then, or it goes one direction, in this case up, and it goes, and then it goes, haha, sucker, faked you out. It does it on the opposite direction too, where it goes like this, opens for the day, closes down, and you go, oh no, we're going down further. Ah, sucker! The fake out happens almost every single time. So you've really got to watch out on the daily time frame. You've got to watch out for the probably first third of the day, the first 8 hours, or at least the first 2 4-hour time frames. Okay, so right here on the 4 hour, this is where we cracked through. So we were finding a little support at that horizontal line right there, and it was a failed move. A failed move to hold. Oftentimes from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction, and we're back down. I did say if we did head back down, watch out for this $28 area to be support. We found support at right here, 28.20. Okay, this is the next bit you want to watch out for. We're in the danger zone-ish here, although the danger zone depends on your frame of mind. Are you wanting it to go lower so you can buy more? Fantastic. Are you dollar cost averaging, which is the best way to do it? Then what do you care? You just buy 1 week when it's your paycheck, the next 2 weeks when it's your paycheck, and whatever. You buy at that same time every month, every week, every 2 weeks, whatever it is, and you're just averaging your price in. Best way to go. But out of interest, for the weather report, this needs to hold at 28. The top end of my best buy zone must find support if we're going to not break down further into the best buy zone. So 28 is your support level right there. What you would want to see if you want to see higher prices, you would want to see this no lower than here, maybe a spike down, definitely no close below 28. And then, well, I mean, I can easily see it. You can see down here, close back above, which is a positive sign. It did close above. It was a fake out though, but could this be here? And then we do the turnaround and up we go. That could certainly happen. I'm not giving you a percentage chance of that. Okay, but on the opposite, if you want to see silver go down because you're looking to buy more, you would want to see it close any day below 28 US dollars. That says, oh shoot, or good news for you. We're heading down, and we very likely would be heading lower into the best buy zone. My best buy zone for silver is $28, anywhere down to 26 US dollars. You don't want to see silver close below 25.75 roughly. $25.75 to $26. You don't want to see it close below there. That's not good for silver. But a spike down, that's fine. Spike down to 26, even a spike down to $25, so long as it closes a day above that $25.75 to $26 level, that's fine. Because why? It is a pretty normal retrace on the monthly time frame. Let me show you. You'll have to give me 1 second. Let me get rid of that and then I'll undo it. Okay, once you break out of a big range, and this is the range going back from August of 2020, we had the low in September of 2022. It's been ranging in this symmetrical triangle pattern here, and we recently broke out of it. Oftentimes, not always, but often, you break out of a certain long trend line or very major trend line, and you come back to revisit it. This happens on the tiny time frames, and it happens equally on the larger time frames too. Does it happen every time? No. But a move back down to test this trend line, it's actually par for course. It's not something to be shocked about. So if you could spike down to 25. As long as I spike and I close a day above about 26, that's cool. You know why? Because breakout, retest, completely normal, don't stress. The thing I would say though is if you're looking to load up, that doesn't always occur. So in my humble opinion, you don't wait, you just dollar cost average anyway. If you're looking to, if you're happy to wait for lower prices, then yeah, I would say watch out for at least the top end of the best buy zone. We're kind of there now, really. I mean, we're 50 cents off. Does 50 cents an ounce make a real difference? Depending on how much you're buying, I guess, if you're a whale. But just watch the top end there. You may not get back into this best buy zone deep. It may not go deep there, okay? So just bear all of that in mind. But again, a test down to here, it's not surprising. At least, but I'm not giving you any kind of definites, as I don't do. I do have to say my percentage chances, though, I always have to say, while I am below this trend line right here, there's a 70% chance that we see the best buy zone hit again. And the best buy zone, $28. We're only 50 cents away, okay? So while we're below there, 70% chance we see that. While we get above here, then that percentage chance completely goes down. The back in business line is at $29.80. If we close any day above $29.80 over here, can you see it? Right there. If we close any day above $29.80, we're back in business. I'm going to say it's probably flipping, and I'd give it like only a 30% chance we see the best buy zone hit again. And of course, you know, my final hurdle, $31. Closing any month on $31 says 100% in the bull market, barring black swan events and market manipulation. And that's like bull market, bull market, bull market. I'm 99% there already. I just need that final hurdle because we failed to do it twice now. We failed to do it in July. We failed to do it in June. And I think it's 3 months now. Yeah, look at this. 3 months. We spiked, didn't close above it. In May, spike, didn't close above it. Spike, didn't close above it. Very clear level right there for me. You close any month above there and it is go time. We are talking about the higher prices coming. Out of interest, the higher prices, $37 to $40 is my top out for 2024. I don't see it going higher than that. Could be completely wrong. If I am, fantastic. That is silver. That's all you need to look out for. Platinum on the, this is platinum on the monthly time frame. Again, priced in US dollars, $959 US dollars. Gee, what do you know? What had we been talking about? This, I just got to show you. For the new subscribers, sorry gang, for the new subscribers, look at this thick yellow line. This goes. Why is this? I've got to zoom this out. Give me a second. I've got to zoom this out a bit. This is looking a bit weird. Is that why? Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, no, you can see that. That's fine. You can see that. What am I doing? Right there. You can see that fine. It just doesn't look like you can. Oh, no, you can. Great. Long-term downtrend line from February of 2008, the thicker yellow line. It is still in play. Why? Because we failed to break and hold for any significant period of time. We find resistance, it breaks out, tests it, fails. Test, fail, test, fail, test, fail, test, fail, test, nope. Test, fail, test, fail, test, fail. Okay, that's why it's a very key level. On the daily time frame, I said, and I have been saying, this is a head and shoulders pattern right here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Watch out for it to go down to my best buy zone of 900, which is butting up against this uptrend line right here. Excuse me. I said, what would negate the head and shoulders pattern? What would invalidate it for me? Other people would say, oh, breaking here and closing any day above this neckline invalidates it. Not for me. It is this long-term downtrend line from February of 2008. And I said, watch out for area of resistance here. Gee, what do you know? We found an area of resistance here. We're not out of the woods for platinum yet. It has to close above here, any day above here. And I say, oh, great, invalidated, fantastic. We're on our merry way up. We ain't there yet. So I'm going to say I'll give it while we're in this little zone here, I will give it a 70% chance, so more than 50%. I'll give it a 70% chance that we still see the best buy zone of 900 anywhere down to 750, hit. I'm not saying it's going to 750. I'm saying 70% chance at this stage, while we're below this downtrend line, that we hit at least the top end of the best buy zone, around about $900. Make sense? Good. Obviously, negating all that, what would negate that? Breaking above here, breaking above 980, closing any day above it, above roughly 980 above this trend line. And we've got to hold it for at least a couple of days. So it is acting as support rather than, a fake out. Then that says, oh man, that head and shoulders pattern, that's invalidated now. So that means a more faster move to the upside would be coming. Okay, so in here, I'm getting excited. Above here, I'm very excited for platinum. As you know, anything above 1,030, I'm really excited for platinum. Anything above 1,120, closing on a monthly, just like those final hurdles for gold and for silver, that tells me 100% bull market, no questions asked, except for black swan events and market manipulation, the things that you cannot see. Cool? Makes sense. Great. But we're just, again, in that trading range. We're not out of the woods just yet for platinum. 70% chance we see the best buy zone hit of $900 at least. That is gold, silver, and platinum. I said I would do the gold to silver ratio. Out of interest, gold to silver ratio is still, it's still in the whatever zone. It's in the no man's land zone of, I don't know which way it's going to go over the long term. While we're in this, between these two thicker yellow lines right there, you see how we're coming to the apex? Now, this is interesting. We're coming to the apex of this, so it has to make a decision very soon. This will break out to the upside or to the downside no later than October. No later than October. In October or before, this will have made a decision. It's going to break up. If it breaks up, that says, whoa, gold's looking like gold might be outshining silver for a decent amount of time if it's above here. While it's below here, it says, oh no, silver's still the place to be. Now again, gold and silver are both the place to be. It doesn't matter really. But if you're trying to trade one against the other over the long periods because you want to up your ounces without outlaying too much cash, then if you're playing to gold to silver ratio, then watching the gold to silver ratio is important. If you don't care, don't worry about it. But we're not there yet. We're in the indeterminate zone right there. So short answer is, I don't bloody know. I am confident, and I have been confident for years, that silver will continue to outperform gold. So I'm going to remain optimistic for silver against gold. That is, I'm optimistic for the precious metals. But gee, just got to show you, we're right in that level. We just don't want to really break. You don't want to break there. Okay. Again, silver could still be going up at the same time. It's just that gold might be going up quicker. That's the word I'm looking for. But I'm still confident for now that silver will reign supreme against gold. And then I'm looking for these levels to be broken. And over the long term average is more closer to like your 50 kind of level right there. So imagine buying silver here at about 85, swapping it for gold here, and you'd get, what's that, nearly double the amount of gold in your hands if you had have only just bought gold now, right? Buy silver now, watch the silver to gold ratio, gold to silver ratio go down, swap your silver for gold. Hey, you're getting more gold in your hands. Does that all make sense? No? Well, I'll explain it another day. That's the gold to silver ratio. Okay, finally, we will get to some ticker live charts. All right, people. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Good Morning Stackers, your week daily live show. It is Friday, last day of the week. Live chart requests. Let's do it. We've already had at least one live chart request. I'm going to go back into the things here and we'll take a look. Someone suggested a particular ticker and I will look at it for you because you did request it. Get your requests in now. Where has it gone? So, it wasn't that one. Welcome, GMS, gold to the moon, blah, blah, blah. I think it was, there we go, Arthur. Arthur has requested for Pioneer Credit, PNC. So, number one, I've never heard of it. I don't know what it does. and I don't care because I'm just going to look at it from a purely technical thing. So obviously, take everything of what I'm about to say as not financial advice. I have nothing about the fundamentals. I don't care about it right now. You can tell me about the fundamentals if you want. So I don't know. Do they have a great CEO, or is he or she a dirty mofo that is a big cheater and is going to embezzle a whole bunch of money from the company? But we're going to take a look at the technicals. So let's go do that right now. PNC Pioneer Credit. All right, let's share the screen one more time. We're going to look for PNC Pioneer Credit. PNC. There we go. Pioneer Credit Limited. Okay, so it's an Australian stock on the ASX, the Australian Stock Exchange. And it is right here. Let's take a look. PNC. All right. We're taking a look. My very first look at PNC. We're going to pop it on a monthly time frame because this chart. Oh, wow. Okay. Whew, interesting. Ooh, interesting. This chart goes all the way back to 2014. So every candle you're looking at here is 1 month candle. We're going to have to look at the monthlies here rather than weeklies or the dailies because I need to see all this historical stuff. So this is how I do it. Very simple stuff. By the way, have you got better indicators? Are you a great trader? You might just look at my stuff and go, that's way too simple. I just try and use the simple stuff. Okay. What I use is horizontal lines of support and resistance. I use trend lines. I use Fibonacci, and I use the good old relative strength index. That's pretty much it. And then we just talk about ranges. So out of interest, when this stock started, it probably started in 2014. Again, have no idea what they do. Credit sounds like some kind of banking thing, right? So they ranged for a long time. Their support level was here at $1.50. So at least I'm going to put that in. So that's very easy to see, right? $1.50, $1.55, $1.50, call it the psychological value, round about there, $1.55. Meh. Excuse me, ish, right? Call it $1.50. That's been a key support level, right? Then we had a peak in March or April of 2018, peaked at $3.80. Since then, a massive decline, culminating in a break. Gee, what do you know? A break of support, oftentimes from a failed move to support or to hold a support, a fast move in the opposite direction. Sounds like something really bad. Oh, COVID. Duh. Okay. So in March of 2020, gee, what happened? We had the COVID thing, and this one's big drop off from $1.50, lost support, and then in April of 2020, looks like it's bottomed out at 20 cents. Okay, since then we had a move up to 90 cents. We'll find out, we'll do a little Fibonacci and see whether that coincides with any Fibonacci right there. Since then, a potential bottom there of 25 cents, and then currently we're at 50 cents. Okie dokie. Going to do some quick trend line analysis. We'll do some Fibonacci and some other support and resistance lines. Very clear line right there. That will be obviously if when we come to $1.50, that's going to be a big line of resistance. So for example, if you bought down here because you were very confident with PNC, Pioneer Credit, and you thought, I'm going to hold this for at least 7 years, 10 years maybe, for some reason you decided to buy down here. Well, buying down at 20 cents and then coming back and selling, a whole bunch of it at $1.50 would be a wise move, I would suggest. That's a big move. Preferably what you would want to do if you were buying down here at 20 cents, you would be probably wanting to sell half on a double, right? So if it went up to 40 cents, you'd be like, oh, well, it's doubled. Right, I've made 100% profit. I'm going to sell half of it and get my initial investment back, and then I'm just free riding the rest. Cool. So then you just might be free riding. Fantastic. Good for you. So you're probably happy to wait for $1.50 or even higher. I'd suggest if it gets to $1.50, you really want to consider taking some profits there. Okay. So trend line. Trend line. Okay. Yeah, not a lot to show, but let's just do that again. This is on the monthly time frame, okay? So you got to take all of this into account. Ha! Oh, I love this shit. I love this shit. Oh man. All right, so clearly, look at that. So now, by the way, I've got to tell you, this is a logarithmic chart, not a linear chart. I always do my charts in logarithmic scale. Why? It is measuring percentage gain and not dollar cent increase. So, for example, oh no, hang on, sorry, that's not logarithmic. Now we're at logarithmic. My apologies. This was measuring, that was measuring the linear. This is measuring the logarithmic. My apologies. I like to do it. That's what I prefer to do. There we go. Well, it lines up exactly the same. So that's okay. So you want to measure in logarithmic rather than dollar, rather than each space here is changing. Okay, so it's not going up. Well, it's logarithmic, not linear. That's all you need to know. But out of interest, look at that. On the linear scale, right bang here. So we have already just seen a very clear test of this trend line. Okay, and that's at 58 cents. Very clear line in the sand, this downtrend line going all the way back to September of 2018. What else would we do? We could do this little trend line here. I'll pop that in. Okay, at least there. You would want to look at this for level of support. Okay, so you are in this range at the moment. Look at this as a major level of resistance. And what do I say about spikes? I don't like them. Don't like the upward spikes. Downward spikes, love them all day, every day, give them to me. Upward spikes, nope. Pointing up, bad. Because, or not good at least, because it says we tried. Oh, hey, we're at that logarithmic downtrend line. All right, time to take some profits, and the sellers remain in control. Again, I'm showing you this is on the monthly time frame. Okay, so you have a large hurdle right here of this downtrend line. I will suggest that if we, in the next couple of months, or any month, it could be all the way down here. If we get to May of next year, if you come down here, for example, this is the uptrend line, you would want to see this as support. The following doesn't happen all the time, but I will show you a pattern what can happen. When you're in this triangle pattern, you have at least one test of the downtrend line, right? And then you can come back to test again. We've only had one test of the uptrend line right here. A second test of the uptrend line doesn't surprise me. I would love for you, if you're in PNC, to see this break through. But watch out for the test here. You don't want to see it break below here. That's at around about, time-wise, that's at around about 30 cents Australian. Good support level right there. And also you can very easily see it too. Right here, PNC. Very clear cluster of support at around about that 31 cents. Can you see that? When we broke here, support, closing every single month above 30 US cents right there. So 30, roughly 30 Australian cents. Australian cents right there. So very clear support level. I'm going to keep it there at 30 to 31 Australian cents. Major resistance here at this downtrend line. It depends on when it hits. I will say to you now, if it closes any month, above, significantly above this downtrend line, you really want to take a look at this stock then, because it signals, a major breakout. And then you got to watch out for the fake outs, but that signals really good strength for PNC. Okay, so watch for the breakout there. Any other trend lines? And then I'll do some Fibonacci, and then I'll give you my final opinion on it. Downtrend line. Well, that got broken. So that's already broken. Okay, so that's good. Okay, that already got broken, and you can see very clear break. And we didn't come back to test it. That actually shows a decent amount of support as well. But we're just in this range. I think I will get rid of that. We don't need it. Finally, I will do some Fibonacci, and I'll quickly look at the relative strength index as well. Fibonacci from this high. I'm not saying there's going to be any levels, but let's just watch for any contiguous levels from this high and this low. No, it doesn't look too much like it. Let's have a look. Yeah, okay. So from the old high of $3.80, $3.80 right there, and the old low of roughly 20 cents. Here you can see some Fibonacci. Do we find any confluence anywhere? The only place I would see would be really here at the 0.382, and that's at that support level. I don't really see it. There's a bit of support there. So, no, I'm going to have to say for now, Fibonacci isn't always predictive in hindsight. So, no, I'm going to say for now, I don't really find any major levels of support or resistance with the Fibonacci. So it just may not be the case for this one. If I go back here further enough, $3.80, again, you can see it. I'll get rid of this horizontal line. And then you can see, look, that's the only level of confluence there at that support level of that $1.50 kind of level. Other than that, no. But I will say, now that it's made this high and this low, watch out for these Fibonacci levels. The first one I would be looking at would be right here at $1.05. So let me put in that $1.50 level back in, and I'm going to put in a horizontal level at $1.05, and we're nearly finished, people. And if there's any other ones, quickly let me know. Okay, $1.05. Here's what I'm going to say. Watch out for this zone right here. That's what I want, this rectangle. I'm going to put it anywhere from 58 cents to there. That's probably the breakout. If you close any month above 58 cents, roughly, in Australian cents, you close any month above there, that's looking good for a move higher. The move higher I would watch would be to one of two places, either at $1.05 or definitely at $1.50. So for example, if you're confident you want to buy now, go for it, do what you want. But you would consider waiting for the breakout, I would imagine, of this. And then you would get in 58 cents. So that's, a decent percentage move. You would want to consider taking some profits around about here. The profit taking zone would be in here first. Okay. So breaking above here, a close above any month, you'd consider getting in and then riding it all the way up to at least, call it psychological value of $1. Take some profits there. You don't have to take a lot. Take what you want, but take some profits there. And maybe if it heads up to $1.50, really consider taking some good profits at $1.50, $1.55 Australian. Always hold some left in the bag because you never know. It could go blub, 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 blub. So always hold some in the kitty until it's really obvious that it's not, right? And then you just sell out. But on the relative strength index on the monthly time frame, you can see, very good to see though, we've already been in extremely oversold for this PNC index right there. And we've spent a lot of time there. So we may not come back there for a while. We're trending up on the relative strength index on the monthly time frame. On the weekly time frame, weekly we have been in nearly been extremely overbought, but we haven't spent any time really in extremely overbought ever for this whole stock since 2014. We did it. We've touched above it a little bit, a few times, but we haven't spent like significant time up there. So that could be a positive. On the daily time frame, we've already spent time there. So yeah, that's my thing. So PNC could be good. I don't like that spike. Watch out for the move down. Watch out for support at 30 cents. Might be a great buying opportunity, but just be aware you don't want to see it close below because then blip, 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 blip. Okay? But could be a buying opportunity there. Definitely a good buying opportunity, not financial advice. If we close above this trend line, you're more than welcome to go back to this video, watch it on the replay, take a screenshot of this for your benefit, and look at taking profits somewhere between $1 and $1.50 Australian. That's been PNC. Do I have time for another one? Let's see. Probably not, but let me have a quick look. Any more requests? Ooh, hello, Tony. Tony P is in the house. G'day, 7. Great to see you again on the channel. Beers don't start till 2:30. Yeah, exactly right. Tony Pearson says, I love Scottsdale's low mintage series. Yeah, they're great. Says about PNC. Oh, so PNC are a debt collector. Interesting. PNC are a debt collector. They buy debt ledgers. Well, if you think the economy could be getting worse, then if you think there's going to be more foreclosures on houses, people not being able to pay off their car loans, blah, 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 losing jobs left, right, and center, then a debt collector might have more work to do, which could be beneficial for their stock. Yes. Joe, you said to remind you of Tesla. Thanks for the reminder. I'll have to do it next week. I don't think probably got to go now. But thank you, Pete. I appreciate the reminder. Tesla's, so the quick thing on Tesla, we'll look at it. We'll look the technicals next week. Remind me on Monday. We'll look at Tesla next week. I'm watching Tesla very closely for an entry point. I'm not there yet. Very closely because of robots and self-driving cars. That's all you need to know. Great advice, Joe, on the best point to convert from silver to gold. That's just my opinion. Around that 50 mark is a good one. Cocoa futures are interesting for another day. Interesting. Let's see. Anything else? No, I think that's it. Test failure. Test fail until it doesn't fail that one time, and then we get a new floor of 48. Yes, Australian dollars for silver. Yes, I certainly hope so. Jason Ashworth called it the meat and two veg pattern. Yep, I totally agree. Tony Pearson says any number starting with 42 is your buy the dip zone for silver. That's great, and everyone's got their different one. Fantastic. 42 happens to be one of the greatest numbers ever. If you know the reference, the number 42, then we're the similar kind of people, and that's good. What was that? What? Oh, okay. Geez. Okay, we won't go into that one. Let's see. Turkish something. Tony Peterson. That's why you're good at analysis, Joe. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Trump media stuff must be high-fiving with the recent photo op. Oh, what photo op? I don't know what we're talking. I'll have to look that up. That is 525 subs. That is... Oh, I see. Chart request Trump media. Oh, you want DJT. Yeah, I've been looking at DJT. Remind me next week we'll do DJT. I think I might have to do one every session because it takes so long to do one because I'm looking at it for the first time. So probably not today. Jason, remind me of DJT on Monday. Or I may end up doing Fridays. I'll pick a day every week where that day will be the live chart look. Okay? Or I may just have to do one every single day. I'm not sure if we get enough of them. Well, this could be a regular occurrence. PBE is my go-to. Perth Bullion Exchange is Lance's go-to bullion dealer. They are my go-to bullion dealer. Okay? They're my preferred brand partner. Free shipping or buying over certain amounts. They are the best. Salim said, let's come to gold. I know you're getting a little impatient, but you did get it, Salim. I hope you were still watching at that time. Fantastic. And Paul Johnson says, by the way, my first purchase from Perth Bullion Exchange just arrived. I'm going to make a request. If they're willing to get out their phone and they're willing to do a mini unboxing of any Perth Bullion Exchange stuff, either send it straight to Perth Bullion Exchange, upload it to your own channel and provide us and show the link, or you can upload the footage to a drive of some kind, send it to me to gmstackers@gmail.com, and send it to me because, of course, I'm working with Perth Bullion Exchange. They are my preferred brand partner, but I'm also teaching them the skills of how to create consistently engaging content. Their YouTube channel has almost more subscribers than me now. They're just going bloop, 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 like that, doing absolute great guns because I'm teaching them the skills of how to do it. And one idea that I floated to them and which they were thinking about doing anyway was championing other people's unboxings of their products, because I'd love to see someone unboxing, oh, I just got this package from Perth Bullion Exchange. Let's take a look at the package. Oh, that's nice and neat and blah. Let's open it up. What do you get in the box? Oh, you get the bag and you get the thing and you get this pamphlet. I'd love to see someone do an unboxing of Perth Bullion Exchange stuff. If I did it, it would be a little bit like, so if one of you can do an unboxing video of a Perth Bullion Exchange product, I guarantee you that'll get some views. But you know, we can use it to help promote Perth Bullion Exchange. perthbullion.com.au. That is it, people. We are going to end. Great segue there with PBE. It's what I do. I do segues better than no one else. Speaking of, we have the world's greatest theme song. Are you ready? We're taking it out for the end of the show. Grab your beverage for the final thing that we do. Ah, dang. Sorry. Got to do that, or else we're going to get the echo. Here we go.
Good morning, Stack. Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
It's
Good morning, Stack. It's podcast
now. Make sure you have your
grab a tasty beverage. Let's get
to do that. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Thanks everyone. Have a great weekend, peoples, says Pete Repeat, and I will repeat what Pete Repeat said. Stay safe, stay informed, have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you next week. Where will Silver close at tomorrow? I don't know. You might even get a weekend update. We'll see. Have a great one. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking. See ya.